nation's power.
Abortion seems to be the big topic so far in 2019. There's a lot of stuff that's happened. The wall, we're still working for the wall to be built. The president shut the government down. We may see another government shutdown in the future. We may see the executive action signed by the president in order to have the wall built, circumventing Congress. But currently, right now, in this moment in time, in 2019, the big debate is abortion. Not just abortion, though, but infanticide, late-term abortion, aborting the child, killing the child just moments before it's born as it comes down the birth canal. Or perhaps maybe the baby is born, labor is induced, or the mother wants to have an abortion, but she goes into labor too soon, so the baby is born, and they sedate it, or they kill it, or whatever, and they keep it, and then the mother discusses whether or not she wants to have the baby aborted still. And this is what we're discussing right now. It was kicked off when the delegate from Virginia, Kathy Tran, proposed a bill which said, any baby can be killed at any moment up until birth. It also comes on the heel of the passage of a so-called women's health rights bill, which was passed in New York, the one that Governor Cuomo ordered the One World Trade Center to be lit pink in order to celebrate that one. And then again, Governor Northam went on the radio and he talked about Kathy Tran's proposed bill, and then that's when he talked about how maybe if the baby is born, then it's born and it's kept comfortable, and then the discussion ensues as to whether or not the baby will be kept. So the debate right now is between people who want to kill. It's no longer about safe and legal, rare. It's not about those three things anymore. The Democrats used to say, we want abortions to be safe, legal, and rare. It's not about that anymore. They want abortions to be, say safe, but abortions are never safe. Abortions are never safe. They want them to be safe, legal, and frequent, as often as possible. Abort a child as often as you want to. But furthermore, now we're not just worried about this, because in a horrific, disturbing article published by The Sun today, we see that the fetal tissue of aborted children is being used in grotesque experiments in order to test drugs. Now, you likely remember the James O'Keefe videos, the Project Veritas undercover reports showing Planned Parenthood executives selling baby parts to the highest bidder. Now, of course, Planned Parenthood said, no, we're not profiting off of this. In fact, those videos are doctored. They're edited in a way to make us look evil, as though we're selling these to the highest bidder for profits. Remember, she did say that she needs a new car. I believe it was a Lamborghini, if my memory serves me. Not only do we have that being proved to be false, I believe that a court recently just said, this is not true. These videos are as they appear. We have further evidence because experiments are taking place in which these children, these murdered children, are being experimented on. They are removing multiple glands within the child's body. They're removing the liver and other fetal tissue, and they're grafting it onto mice. First, what they do is they destroy the mouse's immune system with radiation, and then they take these glands, the liver, etc., and they graft it into the mouse in order to give the mouse a human immune system. It's grotesque, it's horrifying, and frankly, it's unnatural and disturbing. Of course, Alex Jones and InfoWars have been talking about this sort of thing for a long time, how they use aborted fetuses for this, unborn children in their murdered bodies. Now, the process goes something like this. Planned Parenthood or the other abortion clinic, whichever one it may be, is supposed to ask the so-called mother if they would like to donate the child's tissue to science. Of course, there's nothing requiring that they are told exactly what type of experiment the tissue will be used in, but say that the parent says yes. Planned Parenthood or the other abortion clinic then sells the fetal tissue in order that it may be experimented upon. One of the many disturbing facts about this issue is that research into whether this is effective, not the actual experimentation itself, but research into whether the use of fetal tissue is effective in these cases, that's being spearheaded by the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, a government-funded institution which is researching this very expensively to the tune of $98 million. Now, President Trump has ordered that the government halt the buying of fetal tissue temporarily until they can figure out whether or not it's an actually ethical practice. But currently, the NIH is still spending $98 million on researching into whether or not it's effective to use fetal tissue in these experiments. It is deeply disturbing that one of the most contested issues of our modern day is whether or not we can kill children, but not just in the womb, as if that's okay, but whether or not we can kill children after birth. And furthermore, whether we can use their fetal tissue, their organs, in some grotesque experiment where they are implanted into a mouse to test medicine. Our founders would be ashamed. We should be ashamed that it's gotten this far. And undoubtedly, our children will be ashamed too if we don't kill them first. My name is Jake Lloyd, reporting for NewsWars.com.